Hello and welcome to Monday morning. Now, I had a lot of trouble getting this up and running, mainly because Xbox decided to be a prick with me, which is always fun. And I was going to play Dragon Age Inquisition, a very boring game, very boring game. And I've got some little notes here. So I was going to then talk about some of the BAFTA Game Awards. So I'll talk about them, but I'm going to play a little bit of Binding of Isaac Rebirth when it decides to stop being a dick and play for me. Here we go. So I'll just get rid of the arrow for you people. Right, yeah, so I'm going to play this for a bit. As I do, continue. What about tomorrow? And then I'll start waffling some crap. So I want... Oh, spiders. Spiders aren't good for Mr. Hughes. Spiders are never good in this game for Mr. Hughes. There we go. And I died. Okay. Yeah, Xbox was being a shit, to put it bluntly. The Twitch stream just didn't want to start streaming, and I've already got problems with Xbox One and being able to stream stuff because you can't use microphones as well as I would like. The PlayStation 4 has got a very decent way of sorting that out. You can't have multiple microphones on an Xbox One, and you can't even. I don't know. It's just. There's just ways of doing it, but you have to get splitters and all that. So I've spent quite a bit of money on buying splitters and devices and new microphones, so that when I do the Wednesday ramble on with Mr. Garstein, we have something to talk about. But we can't because it becomes very difficult to do so because Xbox make it so. Oh, it's monkey ball. Left hand pass through. Alright, that should be okay. So yeah, it got quite annoying. So this is kind of a knee-jerk reaction to being able to just get something up and running, so I can be live for you peoples, you persons who are watching. So yeah, just gonna do a bit of Binding of Isaac, just playing this for a bit while I talk some nonsense to you. I heard in the grapevine being the internet, and the origin of this grapevine being the BAFTA Video Game Awards, that Destiny won the Best Game Award. Now, I'm a little bit perplexed by this. Having played Destiny, I thought the mechanics were solid, but Game of the Year? And I started struggling to think about what games I enjoyed playing last year. Now, last year the console I predominantly played was the Xbox One because I bought it at launch, and I bought it at launch for about £500, so close to $1,000 for any Americans listening. And it wasn't supported, was it? I mean, there were next to nothing out for the console when it first came out, so it was kind of pathetic, really. 1 second. Thank you very much. Got some more before I die. So I got a little bit annoyed with that, buying it when it first came out. I know that games, consoles aren't correctly supported on launch. I'm old enough to understand this. I played enough consoles, but it was one of the worst lineups, really. So anyway, I paid all this kind of stuff, and I can't really remember. I do appreciate that it came out 2013 end of, so we've had a full year of Xbox One. So I do understand it came out in 2013, but it was November, so it was quite late on. So the first year had nothing, and it was ridiculous. And in that first year, there were so many price cuts, and I didn't get anything for it. I didn't get a pat on the back for early adopters. I didn't get an ambassador program type thing in my job that that Nintendo like to do for people. So anyway, so Destiny. I started thinking games that I was playing last year. The best games that I was playing last year, anyway, were mainly reboots. Oh, not reboots, but like just higher definition versions of stuff I'd already played on the 360 or the PlayStation 3, and my favourite games were games that were already on. Oh my god. Already on other consoles. Alright, scissors have appeared in basement. Oh, that's good. So it made it quite difficult for me to think of Game of the Year, and it's like, I really enjoyed Black Flag last year, but it didn't come out last year. It came out in 2013. Again, it becomes kind of difficult then to pick games that were exclusive. So, oh, I'm my ass kicked again. Oh no. 1 second, I'll just concentrate on this half boss. No. Oh! Is it 9 lives? 9 lives. Unfortunately, I only have 1 hit though, well, 2 hits. So it became really, really difficult, and it was like the games I really enjoyed playing the most last year were, I only played a little bit of Last of Us on the PlayStation 4, but Last of Us on the PlayStation 4, but that was a PlayStation 3 game, and GTA 5 again. But again, you know, these are games that I'd already played. So Destiny didn't sort of make me excited. It really didn't make me excited. I didn't really care for it, really. It was alright, it was good. I couldn't help but think that this originally wanted to be a Halo game, but I know it's made by Bungie. I'm not completely ignorant, but it felt like it was originally a Halo game, and then at some point somebody said no. Maybe Activision said make us a game, but I don't know the ins and outs. But Destiny to win Game of the Year, I mean, who it was up against? Monument Valley, which is a mobile phone game, an Android or iOS game, which looks beautiful. Absolutely looks stunning. I saw some videos before I came on here. Go and have a look at it. It has a Fez-esque aura about it. I didn't actually research up on it, so it was probably made by the same guy who made Fez. But it looks beautiful. It looks really nice. I'll just kill this guy. Oh well, maybe I will. Maybe I won't. I'll have to start hitting him. Yeah. It's a really nice game. Looking game anyway. And that came in second. In third place was Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U, which is a fun. Which, when I started thinking about it, it's like, why did I forget about this game? I spent so much hours on it. Really good game. Shadow of Mordor, Dragon Age, Inquisition, and Alien Isolation. Now, I wouldn't even put Dragon Age in. If I had to shift these around to give a top 5, just using those, Dragon Age, I wouldn't even put Dragon Age in it. I'd have Mario Kart 8, Alien Isolation, Shadow of Mordor. Not even playing Monument Valley just looks really interesting. I'd probably put that number 4. Number 5, Destiny. And I just won't put Dragon Age in there. I just don't rate it. I don't understand. It feels to me as though those that were going into reviewing Dragon Age like the concept of a Dragon Age game, especially I like the concept of a swords and sorcery version of Mass Effect, and let that pollute their opinion of it. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's going to be people out there that like it, and there's no accounting for taste, I think is the saying, isn't it? So with Dragon Age Inquisition, they do a hell of a lot right comparatively to Dragon Age 1 and 2, but Dragon Age 1 and 2 weren't very good games, so it's not right. I don't know. You can't congratulate somebody on going for a turd and not making a mess. They've still been for a turd. It still smells. That's That's my Dragon Age Inquisition thing. I mean, I bought it because I am on the Xbox rewards scheme, so every time I spend some money, I get some money back. So anybody who's on Xbox, go and sign up to the Xbox rewards. You don't get spammed with emails or anything. Just go and sign. I'll put a link in the video. Go and sign up to it. Whenever you purchase anything on your Xbox, anything from a movie to a game or anything like that, you end up getting some money back from it. Now, it doesn't start off as a lot, but if you end up downloading quite a few games or a DLC or something, it becomes worthwhile. You may as well do it. Is what I'm getting at. Oh, I have to kill everything again. Yeah, you may as well do it. It's money best off in your pocket, isn't it? So go and do this. Go and do it now. Do it now. Don't do it now. Watch this video. But go and do it now, but later. Later now. Later meow. I'm rubbish at this game. Oh my god, I'm terrible at this game. I'm going to sneeze as well. Yeah, having finished Destiny, I found it insulting the cost of DLC for it, because the game was so short. I had no motivation to purchase the DLC. The DLC just felt like content that I feel as though was left out, which is always your risk when you're buying DLC. You don't know whether it is stuff that should have been in the game originally, and you've just been conned. But yeah, it wasn't my favourite game. It's better than Inquisition. Inquisition's just a time sink. I'd rather play the very first map of Escapist over and over again till the end of days than Inquisition. I was actually depressed when I put it on, and I was trying to play it whilst I thought this stream was going, but it wasn't going. It wasn't streaming, and so it just made it a waste of half an hour that I was playing for. Playing for half an hour waste. Right, I need a weapon. Go through here. Become the bomb. Does this actually kill me? I shall find out. Yeah, it does. Oh, well. That was that was a waste, wasn't it? Okay, down we go. Yeah, the other awards that I was interested on now, because obviously that your best game is always your big Oscar, isn't it? It's your big award. That's the one that people look at the most. So that's why I was confused. I was really confused. But you know, like I said, it's no accounting for taste. I just can't think of other stuff that I played last year that stood out and really gripped me. Escapist should be on there. I love the Escapist. Try the Escapist. Buy the Escapist. A lot of people don't like stylized video games though, so the art style puts people off because they think that it's not going to be much depth because of the 8-bit style graphics. It's very much like this game. This game is a beast, and it's fun. You know, it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Go and download this game. Download it now. Well, not now. Download it later after you've watched the video. But go and download it. It's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. I like these 8-bit games. It sometimes seems to be a lot more charm and a lot more character in it than an Ubisoft game with their iconic characters. I'm going to die now. The gurglings are after me. Yeah, there we go, and I'll have to start hidden map again. Right. Gurglings. Yeah, so it's go and check out some of these videos. Do it now. I recommend it. Oh, fucking right. Yeah, I'm not gonna do well. Boom! How do you like them apples, you gurgly bitch? Yeah. So the other award that I was interested in, the other one that I'm just gonna kill myself. Other award was debut game. Cool. Debut game. And again, I feel as though somebody's been paid off for the debut game that won the award. The people that won the award were the people who created Never Alone. Now, artistically, I mean, it was a nice looking game, but it was a game that after 5 minutes, 10 minutes of playing, it's shown its hand. There's not going to be any surprises anymore. It's shown its hand, and then it's just a matter of aesthetics. And it's like, well, if your aesthetics nice, that's all well and good, but you need to be showing us something different. It's a game after all. It's a game, you know. This is where I have like discussions with people who say the Walking Dead Telltale games aren't games. It's like, well, they are games. Aesthetically, they're pleasing to the eye, but it's not just a matter of that. There's an aspect to it where you change your story to a certain extent, not as much as they led you to believe, but you do. You know, that's the point. That's the play of that game, is the fact that you change your story. So once you get over the aesthetics, The Walking Dead looks really, really nice. Once you get over the aesthetics, The Walking Dead still got something to surprise you with, be it storyline and stuff. Never Alone didn't. Like I say, after 10 minutes of playing Never Alone, I feel as though I've seen it all. The other games in the debut game, let's just start here. In the debut game section, surprised me because there's a few more mobile phone games here. Banner Saga, which I really like the look of. That game's a strategy game, and it looks like it takes no prisoners. Apparently, it takes no prisoners. It hurts you. But that's a PC game, and the art style again on that is glorious. But there is a penalty to it. There's more dynamics by trying to save. Sorry, I got hiccups. By trying to save your guys, by trying to keep them going, because they're like permadeath with these people. So you've got more of an emotional attachment to them over Never Alone, I found, because in Never Alone you have got one straight narrative. Now, there's nothing wrong with a straight narrative. One of my favourite games, as you hear, was always talked about on any of my videos, really, that always gets mentioned, is The Last of Us. And The Last of Us gets mentioned quite a bit by me and Mr. Garstang. And that's because that's got a beautiful story arc. That's an absolutely fantastic story arc. But the game is still there to keep changing, and it's dynamic. With the action that's in it, it seems a lot more dynamic in the way it changes. Never Alone doesn't seem to change, whereas in Banner Saga would change. The next few games on the debut game list are Counter Spy, which I don't know anything about. I did Google briefly, just so I can have a look at it. It's a mobile phone game, and it sort of has the art style of Counter-Strike, which is, I presume, where they get the Counter Spy from. I presume it must run on a iOS version of or Android version of the Source engine. Don't know much about it. Doesn't look like my kind of game. Then I came across this little bugger, which came number 4 in the debut game title, and that's Hitman Go, which is a sliding puzzle-esque style take on one of my favourite franchises, Hitman, and it looks really good. It looks really, really, really good. It looks like I'm amazed I didn't hear about it. I'm shocked that I didn't hear about it. But then again, I don't play mobile phone games, so why hasn't it been released on the 3DS? I just don't. Honestly, sometimes I don't get developers, and you get developers complaining, for fuck's sake. You get developers complaining that nobody's seeing the game and nobody's doing the game. Well, if it's if it's like that, try and get it on. If you're going to put it on a mobile phone, have a look at all the mobile devices. What mobile devices out there? The 3DS has got such a market share over mobile gaming. It's incredible. It just sells so much. You get your game on there, and whereas people might be paying $2 or £2.99 or euros or whatever denomination of money you've got or currency you have, they'll be paying that much for that. But you'll be able to make more money via the console games on. Oh Lord, everybody likes a bit of lard. Excellent. Be able to make more money from some things like Nintendo 3DS or the PSP or the PS Vita. I mean, you can put it on their stores, so you don't have to go as far as making it a physical item for somebody to buy, but you'll be able to charge a little bit more, and you get your name and your brand more well known. That's I'm puzzled. But then again, it doesn't take much to puzzle me. There we go. That's amazing. Just do that. Just blow them up with a bomb. Hello, come on! So yeah, the Hitman Go. It looks brilliant. It looks really good. Again, Banner Saga out so far is something that I'm like, well, that's winning for me out of those for debut games. The next one along is Shovel Knight, and Shovel Knight is fucking fantastic. It's brutally difficult yet manageable. It's fun yet challenging. It's when I ever hear about people talking about Mega Man games, which I could never really play properly. Anybody who knows me knows I'm not very good with platform games, so it doesn't really give it a good review if I say I was alright with it. I'm not quite finished it yet. I'm on the last 2 levels, and it's a gem of a little game. It's a gem of a little game. Again, I think it works better on the 3DS than it will do on a full screen console, because the 3DS just adds. It was built from the ground up for 3DS, so you get to play it how the developer intended you to play it, which I think is good. You see, a bit like Rayman Legends, which I played on the Wii U the other day, and it is considerably better on the Wii U than it is on the Xbox One. It doesn't. I'm just getting raped by 2 sausage creatures. It just plays better. It's fun. Remember, games, they're fun, aren't they? Hang on a minute, it's all gone tense. I'm trying to kill something here. Oh. I don't understand. If I survive this, it'll be a miracle. Lost track of where I was, what I was talking about. Oh no, I'm still on mobile games. Yeah, go pick up Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight's another great game. Play it. Get it on the Xbox One. Get it on the Wii U. Get it on whatever device you can get it on. Yacht Club Gaming, I think, is the person that made that. I think it's just a one-man developer again. What's this? Speed up. Well, I could have done with some hearts, to be honest, but yeah, Yacht Club Gaming. And the final game, anyway, on the debut, because obviously this is a waffle, this is a Monday morning episode, so this is always going to be just random waffle and bullshit and barbugs. So, but yeah, the final game in that listing was The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Now, I've watched a lot of playthroughs from that game, and yeah, it looks pretty. Not something I'd ever play, I don't think. I'm not totally convinced by it. It's a nice looking game. I prefer Shovel Knight and Banner Saga are my choices in that little category. But yeah, I mean, what's your opinion? What games do you think should have been Game of the Year? What games do you think should have been debut breakout of the year? Because something like Never Alone winning, I'm dead. Something like Never Alone winning. I don't mean to take anything away from the developer of Never Alone. It was a nice looking game. I think they need to develop the storyline a little bit more. It felt like a one-trick pony. So even though there are very, very negative comments that come out about the game, it isn't. I mean, comparatively to majority of the drivel I paid last year, Never Alone's pretty good. It is pretty damn good. I just wouldn't give it the debut game of the year. Maybe an honourable mention, you know, give those people some credit, definitely. But I don't understand where the awards come from. I don't understand how the nominations work. I just literally ran into that. Are the nominations based on actual? I'm throwing my eye around. On how much money that game's made? Because if that's the case, well, just because the game's made a lot of money doesn't mean that it's any good. Call of Duty makes a lot of money every year. It's still considered, in my opinion, an average shooter at best. An average shooter. But that makes millions a year. So why is that not Game of the Year every single year? So I don't know. I don't understand. I'm gonna look into it and I'll get back to you. Oh shit. Yeah, I'll look into it and I'll get back to you as to how it works. I presume it's a nomination based. Surely you vote online. That's the only. That's surely the only way you can have these kind of awards. Oh, brilliant. Okay, I can't see any other way of having these kind of awards ceremonies or awards in general, because otherwise it's just, well, mind you, saying that, how many people buy Call of Duty, how many people go online and vote? There's a lot of silly people out there. There's people who have been clicking on a petition to save Jeremy Clarkson from his job, yet haven't bothered clicking on a petition to save the NHS. There's a lot of stupid people out there. So, ooh, Tears Blast plus 5 bombs. Nice. Okay. I don't even know what that does. I've got 5 bombs. I got that. I understood that, man. So yeah, so that's kind of my moan. I know it wasn't very cohesive. I'm coming down with a cold or some shit. I'm not feeling the greatest at the moment. Yeah. So let me know what you think in the comments. What's your game of the year? Follow and like and subscribe my YouTube videos. Me and Mr. Garsang are going to be doing another video on when are we going to do another video? Wednesday. Every Wednesday, that's what we do. We do a video every Wednesday, and so get over yourselves. I'm going to finish this live, and we'll call that a stream, shall we? Thanks for watching anyway. You know, again, go and Google these games. Go and have a look at them. Because remember, games come out that aren't advertised on TV. Games come out that your Xbox One don't want to show you. Games come out that you can run on your laptop very, very easily using joypads that you've already got in your house, and you can play these games. And there they are. They're just, you can play this game, you can play Hotline Miami, you can play so many games, and they're not old. They're brand new games from developers, and they're great fun, and they cost you next to nothing. And speaking about costing you next to nothing, I was trying to find another free game of interest for people, and I've decided that I couldn't find one. I did have a quick look. I've just had a lot of shit going on with work and all that kind of stuff. It's all private stuff. You don't need to know about it, really, do you? You're not interested. But it's oh, I'm getting a cat. Yeah, that's something new. That's something new. So yeah, I couldn't find a new free game. I hope you lot downloaded Syndicate last week. I will do. I'll probably do one of my videos on Syndicate. At the moment, I'm trying to chug through Hotline Miami 1. I'll finish that for you guys, and then I'll get on to Hotline Miami 2, which I downloaded. And yeah, so I did find that if you log on to Rock Paper Shotgun, a very good, I'm pretty sure, I think it's a UK-based computer magazine site, console gaming or gaming magazine site, very good site. They have a section in there saying free games. Click on that. I think I'll just start putting a link to Rock Paper Shotgun and say free game here. Go through them, they're good. They'll fill you in with information and stuff, and they're a lot better than me. So let me just, I'm going to wrap this up and carry on with this. So I'm going to be quiet now. That's another Monday morning out of the way. Thanks for watching. Let's see how far I can get. Brick wall. Yeah, no. Any of them rocks different? Nope, let's move. Any of them rocks different? Nope, let's move. Hoop it. Okay. Do with an item. What are the items? Yeah, I've got bombs and whatever else. Oh, it's alright. I'll turn up. Ooh. Ooh. So often these happen. Not for me anyway. Mind you, I'm not alive on them. Can't manage stairs. I can't remember what these do. Yeah, fair. Lemon party. Bombs are keys, right? Process. Speed down. Oh, not good. Get me some keys, bitches. Right, I think I've just made it really difficult on myself because I've got rid of all my health. Oh well. Oh, it's opening it. How about through here? Let's go down. Excellent, that's the boss. Now, I could do with the best friend now. Yes. Hey. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Yeah. Yep, time to die, Mr. Hughes. Right. Bye bye. I'll see you probably tomorrow with Hip Shot. Take care. Take care. Wife.